Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, May the 29th, and we got Game 7 of this crazy Eastern Conference Finals between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are currently 7-point home favorites. I had Boston favored by 6. What's interesting here, guys, this line actually, when it first opened up, just slightly after the end of Game 6, the books had the Celtics favored by 8. I saw some 8.5s at a lot of places. Obviously, we see this line getting adjusted. I'm sure a lot of people were hammering the hell out of that. It's getting bet down like crazy. It was 2.5 points higher than I had estimated. Kind of strange, to be honest, in a Game 7 to have this high of a line. Big favorite. But if you just take a look around the interwebs, guys, you can see everyone, all the media talking heads are talking about how this 150-0 record is going to get broken, the all-time NBA record. Teams going up 3-0. Miami Heat, as we all know, were leading 3-0 in this series. Looked like they were going to wrap it up, but the Celtics have come all the way back, and everyone is talking about how this long-standing record is going to get broken. Everybody except, of course, Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler. If you guys saw the press conference at the end of Game 6, Eric Spoelstra, he was very animated. He was talking about how his guys were ready to step on the floor and play another 48 minutes right away, and that they couldn't wait another 48 hours. He was pretty much guaranteeing a Game 7 victory. Same with Jimmy Butler. We all know Jimmy Butler, a very confident player. He also guaranteed victory in Game 6. We all know he failed over there. The narratives, guys, the media talking about how the record being broken, and on the other hand, we got the Miami Heat and the coach and the player guaranteeing a victory. In this series, guys, we know anything can happen. Just take a look at what's happened so far. Game 1 and Game 2, that the Miami Heat won straight up. We saw similar lines. The Celtics in Game 1 were favored by 8, lost straight up. Game 2, they were favored by 9, 9.5, also lost that straight up. So taking a look at this line, of course, the number looks inflated at first glance. But as you all can see, teams are capable of doing anything. We're going to break these numbers down a little bit. Before we do that, I want to talk briefly about Game 6, that crazy Game 6 and the ending. Of course, we also saw Derek White getting off that tip-in right before the buzzer. Good bucket, sent the game to Game 7. There was a lot of talk, though, about the time that should have been remaining on the clock after Jimmy Butler got fouled before he made his 3 free throws. We all saw on the screen the 2.1 getting adjusted to 3 just before Jimmy Butler shot his free throws. And I took a look into it. I did some research. I looked on and I found an uncut replay. And I found this clip right here. I'm going to play this clip. And as you guys can see, the 3 seconds on the clock was correct. The NBA also came out and confirmed that on their 2-minute report. So that was the end of that. Now, guys, so let's switch over and talk Game 7, talk this line, and our strategy in this ball game. As we can see, the Celtics 7 points, the 8.5 points that I talked about, the opening number got bet down. It did get adjusted to 7. Now, guys, psychologically, we've got to think why the books are putting out this high of a number. It is a little weird. Usually in this spot, I would be taking the Celtics here because this big number, this high number, obviously is going to be getting a lot of people on the Miami Heat. All the early bettors are on Miami with the plus points. But, guys, we saw something similar in Game 1 and Game 2. In Game 1, the Celtics were also favored by 8.5, lost straight up. Game 2, they were favored by 9.5 and lost straight up. Now, guys, these high numbers do 2 things. I also mentioned this in a previous video. When they put up high numbers like this, big numbers, it does 2 things. Obviously, there are a lot of points, but what it does is it lowers the odds on the money line. I think a lot of people are going to be looking to back the Celtics in one way or the other. I've seen some crazy betting slips, guys. People betting huge amounts on some of these favorites with low odds. It looks like a guaranteed win. And like I said, guys, all the talking heads on the ESPN, all these NBA so-called experts are talking about how the record's going to be broken. A lot of people, guys, don't want to bet on these handicaps, this big numbers. So they're going to be going to the money line. Big numbers. I think we're going to have a lot of big bets coming in on the Celtics on the money line. Of course, there's going to be a lot of money also on the handicap for the Miami Heat. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be expecting a close game. Also, guys, if you look at the total, it did get adjusted. It's down to 203 and a half points at a lot of places. So, yeah, this is what I see going on in this game. Now, my picks for this game, what I'm going to do, guys, is obviously I can't lay these many points with the Celtics, even though usually what I would do, if these were any other two teams, I would be putting a play on the Celtics. This would be a fade of the public. Obviously, these many points, guys, the books, they're never generous. They're never about giving any gifts. But as we saw in Game 1 and Game 2, guys, the money line was broken, the underdog winning straight up. And this is what I'm going to be doing in this ball game, guys. I'm going to be taking a play with Miami here on the money line. I don't want the points because I think one or two things are going to happen. Either Boston is going to win and cover this spread, or they're going to lose straight up. I don't see an in-between happening. Miami, just a Miami cover. So I'm going to go with the higher odds and the most unlikely result that I think not too many people are going to be expecting, and that's Miami to win this straight up. So Miami money line is going to be my first pick. And also, guys, on the total, like I just talked about, the line did get adjusted. I think that's also going to draw a lot of money on the over. A very low 203-point line. I think this game, of course, lots at stake. Teams will definitely, the players will not be playing as freely, I think, as they usually do. I'm going to be looking for a play here on the under. I found a 203.5. If you guys wait closer towards game time, I'm expecting this number to possibly go up maybe to 204, 204.5. And we all know, guys, these extra half points on these totals and on the handicaps do come in handy quite often. So my two plays, guys, quick recap. I'm going to be taking Miami on the money line here. I don't know how many of you are going to want to follow me on here. But like I said, guys, the strategy, I think only two things can happen here. Boston covering the spread or Miami winning straight up. I'll take the higher odds, Miami and the money line, and the under 203.5. These are my thoughts, guys. These are my picks for this Game 7 in this crazy, wacky series. To be honest, guys, I'm going to be happy when this is over with. Very, very tough to handicap. Thank God this is the last game that these two teams will be playing this year. And that's it, guys. This is what I have for you guys. I'm going to see you guys on June 1st for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Let's see who is going to be in this year's finals. Is it going to be Boston or is it going to be Miami? And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up over here. Good luck on your picks. If you decide to follow me, let's get it. If you decide to fade me, good luck. May the best team and the best sides win. Have a good one, guys. See ya.